3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
He'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jones, the throw completed to Hyatt. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Now Jones. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
They'll try and throw for it here. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot. And it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Daniel Bellinger, the intended target that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. You look at this Packers defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. Right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's a play to applaud, because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. 4th down, Jones and the offense stay put. They're going for this. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Gano's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Love in the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. You talk about this giant defense, and they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
In motion, right comes Reed. Trying to run forward with Jacobs. Shedding the tackle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau. Clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Pass caught, it's Romeo Doubs. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26. Now Love. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after...
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is Gordon on the dump off. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
We got this.
Please get it together.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll send Watson in motion right. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Big play from a big man, Kayvon Thibodeau, off the edge and dropping him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down.
The penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on third down. Love from the gun. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring out fourth.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Oh, left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this will stay a 4-point game.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us.
And now the rookie's free. A big play there for the Giants. And even 50 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
You got this. Let's win.
3rd down and 1. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a 1st down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. First down, Love to pass. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 55 yards.
55 yards. First down, Packers.
In motion left, that's Reed.
Slot man moves right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Love, he's going to change the play here.
Now on 2nd and 13.
Love. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Intercepted. The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Off play action. Jones. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. 67 yards.
And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point try good by Gano. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught on the sideline. And he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Love, they go play action now. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. 2nd and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Now this aired out deep for Reed. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
1st down, Packers.
Play fake. Here's Love. Sliding out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
2nd down, Love. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the 2nd half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
That's checked down to Gordon.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
3rd and 12.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Gano's kick is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the 2nd half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Love now. Eluding the pressure right. They've got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Jacobs going to try the middle. And some room to work. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Throwing. Love. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Kayvon Thibodeau beat the O-line and recorded the sack. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on first and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Love, this is third and goal. And that is incomplete. So now fourth and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on fourth and goal. Here's Love. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on fourth. It's dropped in the end zone, and the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Jones on first down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier McKinney.
So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
That's to the tight end, Musgrave. And the Packers are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14.
The score, Giants 20, Packers 14.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now Jones. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And nursing such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the 2nd straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Following the interception, Love. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. He got 29 yards that time.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Romeo Doubs with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. Well, now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they wanted now, enforce the penalty to the 1. But if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up?
Yeah, just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still wanted to kick it.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. And they'll run the option to start the drive. There he goes, right side. He's on his way. And the way in. Touchdown, New York. Daniel Jones, 79 yards. And the Giants use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. On the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side. Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter. A big seam, and he might go all the way. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Love. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. Luke Musgrave, 38 yards. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Love throwing for it. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. 55 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Here now, 2nd and 4. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time. Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 40-yard line. Big third down, a field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10
at the 39-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Here's Love. He finds his man complete. It's Reed. Touchdown. Jaden Reed, 26 yards. And the Packers will add to their 4th quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Here's Jacobs.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Josh Jacobs, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Packers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll try the right side this time. Here with Gordon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Packers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages.
And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. That's complete to Slayton. He'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for Green Bay, they move back over 500 at 7-6, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.